Well, guys, it's now time to react to another Monster Truck event as we continue on with Monster Jam 2001 as we get to Monster Jam Atlanta 2001 Freestyle that we just saw racing where Tom once again won racing where he beat Dennis in the finals. Let's see what they got here in Freestyle. With a less intense track compared to last time out in Houston. Just the band stack out there by and large. But yeah, last week's Freestyle in Houston was wild. Hopefully, we'll get that same highlights here in Freestyle in Atlanta. Tom is on track to once again sweep. He did it in Atlanta. He did it in no, he didn't sweep in St. Louis. He got the double down. In Atlanta, no, the first show in Houston, Dennis got qualifying racing. Tom got freestyle. Minneapolis, Tom swept with Dennis getting freestyle. St. Louis, Dennis got qualifying, but Tom doubled down. Houston, the second show, is all Lyle sweeping with Dennis and Tom getting the freestyle win. And we saw right here, Tom, #1 qualifier, he got racing. He's on track to get another sweep. So let's get to the event, shall we? Oh yeah, they showed the preview I was talking about last time with the cars and such. Okay, looks like yeah, here's a split. I hate the split, but you saw what I was talking about last time where they add a car on top of the racing lane to add like a little bit of a height boost to it.
Jim Jack was great last week, made it to the semifinals in racing. I'd love to back it up with a big freestyle tonight. And Andy Slipko brings that big Dodge.
So anyways, we're getting ready for the event.
Richhead.com, Harold Reynolds disappointed last week. They'd like to
had like no momentum, like the truck was just like dead.
And there's the West Virginia Mountaineer, Robbie Gray.
Well, this is Goldberg's house.
As they're just showing the feel of the truck.
Back it up in freestyle. Tommy Mintz goes for it.
And Dennis Anderson in Gravedigger. He's known for his freestyle, and he wants to put on a show for this huge crowd.
Anyways, here we go.
Here are storylines. Remember, we had a three-way tie in freestyle in Houston. Somebody's going to break that tonight.
We'll take a look.
No Lyle to break that tie this week.
Back up what we saw in Houston. And of course, this is a very tough track. Some really, really vicious obstacles out there. Who's going to
really?
Well, our first
Houston last week was bigger. Like, seriously, no. Just no. Houston last week was a bigger track. Here we go. Robbie Gray Mountaineer going to go right for the back of the cars. Solid start.
Robbie, one of these guys trying to earn
the motocross jump that Tom went for the preview is going to be bigger than Van Stack. And he's going to go right for the Van Stack. See what I mean? Not a very good racer going for like the biggest obstacle out there already. That's not how big it is. So far, good momentum for Mountaineer. Up boy on two wheels. Gonna save it.
Total score, and of course, the highest score wins for the night.
And for terms of
gonna go into those rollers, nice. And of course, gonna smack that. Standboard runs over, and just like with Indianapolis, the hood, I mean, the bumper on the front gets pushed up. You see, just that happened like every time I saw it drive. That's wild. And here we go now. Mountaineer gonna go for the back of that race lane. Nice sky wheelie.
Not bad right there, getting those front wheels up.
Good run so far for Mountaineer. A little bit on two wheels, held on.
Turned that rear steel very sharply.
Here we go for the back of that. Nice air again.
Top 10 in points get there, but these freestyles get a lot of folks to vote on the pick six.
All right. I have a feeling he might have gone for something else, but of course they didn't show it. But that was a solid run for Robbie Gray. Good start right there, going for the Van Stack and all that.
Been strong enough to win the freestyle tonight.
It's not a 30, but it's a strong, solid run. Yeah, I thought so.
Well, our judges right now are computing their scores. We'll see what they've come up with.
And it's going to be an 18. Honestly, I think that it's a little lower than I would have given.
Robbie Gray, you had an 18 in your freestyle. Were you disappointed with that score?
A little bit, but we've been having a lot of engine problems. We was at St. Louis and we had some engine problems. We lifted a blower and we banged the blower out there. So we come out here and we had some problems with the blower. So, we're going to, was happy with what we could do because of the fact that, the blower come loose on us and we was pumping a lot of alcohol out. But we did it, so, we was kind of happy. Always want more, but we took what we had.
Hey, you want to win some free stuff? Stay tuned for the
right,
Jammer
but 18 for Mountaineer start off with.
The Jammer question brought to you by...
All right, here we go. Looks like Harold Reynolds and Wrenchhead 2 is coming up now.
In freestyle, we'll see. Now here's a guy who was disappointed a week ago.
He did literally nothing last week. He's going to go for that roller, went up that jump right there. And going to go for that one again.
440 cubic inches, so not quite the.
You're gonna go for that as well.
But he can get around here.
Either there's something wrong with the truck, or he's just not doing anything.
A lot of problems with transmission. It sounds almost like the motor's not clicking right either.
When you don't get it going up to speed like this, and this is not a normal monster truck freestyle.
We go right for the back of the race lane. Got a little bit of nice air.
Got it in the wrong gear. There's something wrong with the gearbox or something. It is not quite right because a normal monster truck driver would be just really getting some momentum going.
And here we go for the back of this racing lane. Again, nice air, right? Has no momentum, but getting some good air off the cars. It's later on freestyle where we're going to get the car on top of the racing lane. A little bit later on.
Getting what he can out of it, giving the fans what he can.
Right, here we go for that. Nice
Nice
sky wheelie.
With a hurt truck and giving it everything he's got.
It is not going to be a high score. You talked about.
All right, so now we're going to go for the rollers again.
Getting some speed up.
A little bit sideways. Oh, going to go for the car sideways. Okay, nice touch.
It's almost like he's stuck in first gear, and he may indeed be. He's just not able to do a whole lot with the truck. So, you know, again, I got to give him credit. He's going to fill out the full 90 seconds and do the full run.
And go for that jump.
Freestyle runs are indeed timed.
Man, that was, I mean, some solid hits, but well, no man, that run really was not much.
As he just could not get that truck going up to speed.
I got to tell you, though, when you got a new guy, nothing like seat time. Just being out here in front of a crowd like this is going to help.
We on the scores. And if I'm correct about Indianapolis at the 13, that's again lower than I would have given, but definitely didn't deserve the lead. Funny thing about Harold Reynolds, when we get to the Indianapolis event, something wild's going to happen to him in freestyle. Something that's probably not deserved, but it's going to happen. All right, so anyways, we get to freestyle. Here we go. John Seasock now in Sun Impact.
So they'll be in contention.
After his strong start to the year, making the semifinals, I think, in the first two events he competed in, he's done nothing since. In fact, he hasn't won an actual race recently either. He's only moving onward by fast losing such. Here we go. Right for the back of the race lane. Got some nice sky wheelie right there.
We understand it was an electrical problem, and so John Seasock.
Yeah, he had problems last time out in racing. Let's see what he's got here in freestyle. He's going to go for the back of the race lane. Oh, look at that sky wheelie right there. Oh, boy. And going to smack the side of the van stack, too.
Johnny says they've got the problems fixed.
Man, what a good move that was.
You know, it's got to play in your mind.
Seasock looking good, sharp right there right now. Here we go for the back of the race lane. Nice air. Down. As here we go now, line up for the back of the racing lane right here. Nice air. He's lost a little bit of momentum after that sky wheelie. All right, here we go. Looks like the line for the van stack. Yeah, backing up's not going to help you, John. You can't do that. You got plenty of room to line up for it. Just go for it. Here we go for the van stack. Nice wheelie over it.
Those vans pretty good, and you can hear in the background the crowd really likes it.
One of my points always.
It's going to go in between the motocross jump. They're going to go for the cars there sideways. Nice touch.
Hit the van. I think the judges will give him an extra point for that.
All right, so now.
Well, he's winding this up, and again.
Is he going for the van? Yep, going to go right back for the van. Nice.
Is going to be good too. I'll tell you, I think he scored some points.
And then going to go for the cars there sideways. Nice. He hadn't had a lot of momentum on that sky wheel, but he's doing stuff still. Okay, look at that send. Almost cleared the racing lane. And right here, we got that big sky wheel. Look at that. My goodness.
Look at our monster meter. You see him getting up pretty high.
And he's going to get 20. I think that's way too low. Again, these judges are being very strict. But he got the well-deserved lead at least.
You were having problems with your car. You weren't getting it going. It went.
Yeah, and the truck's in one piece. That's what we're really worried about. We found some spare parts in the valve train.
Right here?
Yeah, that was one of them. That's bad. But actually, we got it out of there. We didn't find any other pieces. Like I said before, man, you got 64,000 people out there. You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. You don't think these guys don't know that there are a lot of people watching here tonight. More freestyle is on the way.
So we got 3 trucks in now. And John Seasock has the lead with 20, although that's way too low. These judges so far have been very strict. I think they've underscored every single run so far. Here we go now. Andy Slicko and Eradicator. Oh my god, back aboard, make sure it's safe.
You want to use this to get yourself voting for the pick.
Oh yeah, I remember that title they used in 2000. TNN. We got Pop!
Saturday, March 24th.
All right, now going to go for the back of the race lane, Andy Slicko.
Andy Slicko.
Dodge Dakota out of Pottsville,
I
Pennsylvania.
don't remember, other than maybe San Antonio last year, seen him freestyle. Nice sky wheelie off of the cars right there.
A few years ago, it was Andy who kept things going.
Got some nice air there. I still haven't seen tonight the momentum that I think you need to here on this large floor.
Yeah, he's going to go right for the back of the race lane. He almost cleared. He's getting some good momentum.
I'm just thinking, though, a little further down the road.
But he's got to go for like the van stack, and eventually someone's got to go for the motocross hill like Tom did if you want to have a chance at winning here tonight. Here we go for the back of the racing lane. Nice air.
He's struggling to keep that motor running.
And again, I just want to tip the hat to these guys. I mean, you know, these guys.
Here we go. The line for the van stack. No, I don't think that's anywhere close to the van stack. Stopping. And again, backing up. Not good. You can't do that.
You almost see him thinking about his next.
Oh, he is van stack. Here we go. Right for the van. Hey, that was probably a nice jump so far off of it. And going to go into the side of the racing lane.
And you can hear the reaction of the crowd.
Maybe up. I have a feeling he probably did more than that, but of course, not going to show it. Well, for what we see, that was a good run. I can maybe challenge Seahawk, although he ended a little earlier than he really should have.
And hitting the vans again. Never hurts. 23 feet on our old monster meter there.
And 19
for Andy Slivko.
I still think that might be a bit underscored, even though it's not as bad as the other three.
Couldn't get a lot of front wheel off the ground on the first set of cars, so I just lofted it over pretty hard. Ran into it pretty hard.
Coming up, we're down and dirty here in Dixie. We got our pro.
All right, so as we continue on, Seahawk still leads. Oh, here we go, Jim Kohler next. And why can't I just move it a little bit forward? Why can't you just go a little bit forward? Why's it got to be like this fast with like 10, 20-second lead?
Still with their freestyle runs to come.
It's ridiculous. All right, here we go. Jim Kohler now. Here we go. An Avenger with the car on top of the race lane. Here we go. Is he going to go right for it? Oh, look at the wheelie there. Nice. Oh, Jim's having some great freestyles this year, and we saw right there a good start. Like I said, that's going to be a new thing they do for the rest of the season. They're going to put a car on top of the race lane to give it a little extra height there at the end. Nice hit there on the back. Man, what a start there for Mr. Excitement. Although he's still not Mr. Excitement yet. Uh-oh. What's he doing? Oh, is he maybe line up? Oh, he's going to do a reverser. Wow, he's going to do a reverser, Jim. Nice hit there. Oh, the rear end did not like that hit. Oh. Ooh, look at the rear end. Oh, that looks horrible. Oh.
Getting some speed up.
Oh, that looks bad back there. Oh, God. Yeah, that truck did not like that rear hit. Ugh.
Something's gone.
Oh, he broke there. You can see it.
Doggone it.
Yeah, that reverser hurt big time. That was a good run though for what he did.
That's what I was talking about. No ramp to hit those two cars, and then
but yeah, that hurts to see the truck do that. Oh, that rear end.
He got an 18. Jim Kohler in Avenger.
I'm debating if I think that's
we
fair or too high.
Get wild. They changed it up. You know, after you get a couple cars hitting the freestyle, they mush them down. We can't get a good sky wheelie, you know. So we get out there, they said they're going to double stack it. I said, is it okay with you? Hey, triple stack it. I don't care. Come right to there, put a beautiful sky wheelie for the fans here in Atlanta. Come around, did another sky wheelie. We were happy with that. Spun it around. We said, hey, if these guys can do backwards over the vans, let's give it all we got.
Yeah, that might have been like one of his first ever reversers, and it was perfectly lined up. It was a good, smart move and a smart hit, but the rear end just did not like that hit at all. But right now, John Seahawk's still leading. It's wild. Last week in Houston was very high scored. Tonight it's very low scored, but they're all still kind of close to each other. But right now, Seahawk is still our leader.
Out here anyway, they give it their best shot. Sudden Impact being one of those guys who's really struggling, but
oh man, oh that rear end, oh the pain.
That was disappointing. Let's check out.
So we still have Bulldozer,
Sudden Impact with a
Reptoid, Gunslinger, Goldberg, and Gravedigger.
Eradicator at 19, and the other three, I think, with disappointing performances. Mountaineer and Avenger with an 18, and also.
Just wait till next year's Atlanta event, guys. The track is much better, and freestyle's gonna be more wild. Trust me, I remember Atlanta next year very well. next year's event in Atlanta is gonna be great.
Avenger would have had.
And then, of course, we have the Wild event we only got to see highlights of in 2003 when Tom did that sidewall in Max Construction, saving it. Jim had his Wild Freestyle too. But of course, we're not gonna get to see that event.
Catalogs now available. For more information,
and then Atlanta 2004. Oh man, that event in 2004 was great too.
SimpsonRaceProducts.com and join Team Simpson today.
All right, but anyways, here we go back to freestyle.
Back on Monster Jam.
No, we're not here for quads. We're here for freestyle. Looks like Steve Reynolds is up next.
I guess.
All right, here we go. Steve Reynolds now in Bulldozer. Here we go for the back of the racing lane with the car up there that Jim just went for. He just crawled over it by and large.
Yeah, and as you can see, I'll tell you, it's still that same influence there. Bulldozer, Reynolds.
Here we go for the back of this racing lane. Doesn't have a lot of momentum. There we go. Now we got some momentum. Got a bit of a wheelie.
Feel the power. That's what it's all about.
Doesn't sound right though. I think he was having a bit of problems too in racing, if you remember. Here we go for the van stack. And he just crawled over. It was still a nice crush, but no momentum so far in front. He's had no momentum.
Saturday, March 24th, get your friends together. It's a great deal. You're going to enjoy those 16 greatest trucks going for all the marbles live this time in your own home on pay-per-view.
Here we go for the back of the racing with the car there. Yeah, he's just had no momentum so far. And finally mentioned World Finals 2, because remember I said, I think this is the last event that aired before World Finals 2 happened on on pay-per-view. I can't believe I forgot this! Oh, how about that? He's gonna go for advanced X sideways! Nice! And he gets stuck on top of it. I can't believe I forgot that! That was shown in Crash Madness 2! Nice touch there! As he backs off of it. Alright! That was a nice touch, but he had no momentum to run. Oh, he's going to go for it again.
And there's not a lot left of those vans.
Yeah, they're going to have to fix the van stack. Although I don't know if they fixed it much if I remember what happened with Dennis.
I think we got a new leader.
I mean, Douglas said's true. It's a very low scoring event, so this could take the lead, but I don't think it really should. Seesock was much better because Seesock got underscored, I feel. Whoa! No. No 25. That is not no 25. I'm sorry. Way too high scoring. I'm pretty sure Jim Jack came out. Oh, yeah, Jim Jack came out before Kohler, too, because you see the car's not up there yet. So again, they're not doing the exact order correctly, but I strongly disagree with Reynolds being the lead. By that much, too, especially. If he tied Seesock for lead, I would probably maybe tolerate that, but the lead, and with that score, absolutely not. Here we go for the van stack. But yeah, this is before Jim Kohler came out.
Awesome looking machine. They've done a great job, Jim.
He's going to line up for the hill. Nope, going to go around. Here we go for the back of the race lane right here. Nice air. He's had some momentum so far. He's had a good night too. Good qualifying. Made the semifinals. He's having a solid run so far. Hopefully he'll take the lead out of Steve Reynolds, because I don't like that he took the lead there by that much too. Of course, fan judging being stupid. They were too strict for scores earlier, but now they're giving way too high scores now. Ridiculous. Oh, nice send off the race lane for Jim Jack.
Needs something special, just again, like we saw Reynolds pull out by going sideways over the van. Something different.
Here we go now for the van stack. Up and over. Nice touch.
I think he'll score well. I do not think he'll get the lead off this.
This should definitely be taking the lead, but I'm sure it's not. Now, if he went for the motocross jump, that would help. Here we go for the back of the race lane again. Nice air. Coming down.
Get those front wheels almost straight up and down. That's a great shot right there. And it's just, it almost defies gravity.
All right, so let's see.
Time is up on Reptoy. Solid run, as you said, and we'll see what the judges
go for the back of that.
Say 25 by Steve Reynolds, and not quite what Reynolds got on the monster meter. It is not quite
22. Honestly, that sounds bad, but Reynolds just got way too overscored. Jim Jack really should have taken the lead.
Pretty much, you know, but I tell you what, that time goes by so fast. I have a lot more in mind, a lot more things I wanted to do out there. And I was kind of going around putting my game plan together. Really felt like I was about halfway through, and I looked up, and the clock was over with. And I thought, oh, no, the ride's over.
Yeah, time flies by when you're having fun.
On the way with Freestyle.
We still have Gunslinger, though. Yeah, here we go. Scott Hartsock now up next.
From Sandpoint Stadium in Las Vegas, Saturday.
Again, like a 30-second wait. Because it can't go a few seconds ahead. It's got to go like 30 seconds ahead.
Local cable operator or satellite provider now.
All right, here we go now. Scott Hartsock now. And he's going to start with a power wheelie. Hey, just like how Dennis Anderson did last year. This, I think, is the first time we're seeing Scott freestyle this year, too. Let's see what he's got. As he's going to line up for the van. Like, okay, now he came out after Steve Reynolds because the van, back of the van's like all smashed in. You see the van's completely smashed in. So yeah, obviously he came out the Reynolds. And he was the first one to go for the back of those motocross jumps. Nice touch. That's going to help him. He's got some good momentum so far coming out here. He's going to go back for the motocross jump now. Going to hit the other side of it. Nice air. Got a bit of a slap wheelie. And then going to combo into the van stack. Nice touch again. And he's going to go for those rollers now. He needs to pick up the pace, though.
Well, he's using every inch of this floor right now. That's a good thing.
Got a little bit of a slap wheel and had like a bit of a stopping there. But if he wants to win, he's got to pick up the pace big time now. Oh, that didn't sound good. That did not sound good at all. He's going to go over those cars.
I'm not sure that
and here we go. Another classic move. He's going to go for the van stack sideways. I think that might have been Crash Madness 2 as well. Going to go into that hill. He's lost a lot of momentum recently. He's got to pick it up. He would go for the car sideways.
He's plowing up his course, that's for sure.
And then going to go, looks like for the cars here sideways. Or, nope, coming to a stop. He had a good run at first, but then he lost a lot of momentum. Honestly, he should take the lead, but knowing the score because of how high they gave Reynolds undeservedly, he's probably not going to get it.
Well, you can see him working in there, working that wheel, trying to keep something going at all times. Got some nice air at different times, a lot of momentum.
And it's a 24. That's about right, but unfortunately it's not enough because they overscored Reynolds.
Let's take a look now after 8 trucks. Bulldozer with that 25. Gunslinger.
Hartsock should take the lead. But of course, no. Alright, but here we go now. Oh, we got 2 left. Tom Mentz and Dennis Anderson.
Bulldozer's got a 25. Talk about beginner's luck. I mean, is it?
Well, you know, he's not necessarily a beginner. He's been hanging around Tom, and Tom's going to teach a lot of guys something real quick. That, you know, truck's real similar to Goldberg. You know,
why do I got a feeling they filmed this after the event?
Anything you've learned, you're going to exaggerate it here tonight and do a little bit better.
In your mind.
I really got a feeling they filmed this after the event, because look at it. Look how empty the seats are. And I extremely doubt they would do it beforehand to make it look rigged. I got a feeling they did that that interview after Freestyle was over.
Got stuck backed off. Last week Tom couldn't get off of him. So he's doing
again, the weirdness of them doing these interviews stuff at like the strangest times of the event.
Well, we'll see. Hey,
yeah, God, Tom last night in Houston. What a move that was by Tom.
Stuck on the bus. That was incredible. Well, Bill Goldberg is here tonight, and he
so
has
awesome.
Been impressed with Tom Mentz.
Remember, Tom last year in Atlanta had that wild cartwheel flip right there, and almost. No, I think it was 3rd place in freestyle. I think Allen was 2nd. Dennis won freestyle with 30.
He just amazes me every time I see him get behind the wheel.
All right, here we go. Tom Mentz. He's a racing where he's going to try and get the sweep, and nice air off the back of that jump to get things started. Got a little bit of a nosedive at the end.
For Goldberg and for Gravedigger.
Here we go. I remember this right here too. Trying to go for a donut, but of course he got lifted up. He's on 2 wheels. He's going to flip into the dumpsters right there.
Oh my goodness!
Now this is a little bit of an awkward situation because he's in a predicament where he's considered flipped and not flipped at the same time. So what do they count it as? Is he done or what?
Not one person sitting down.
Unbelievable. Every week we say that same word when he comes
in
here.
He's even more flipped now.
The question is, will the judges reward him for what he did or take away from him because he didn't use the full 90 seconds?
Well, he's okay, climbing out. Tom Mintz.
But I think I could have swore they let him keep going for like an encore or something, or maybe they let him keep going for freestyle. I don't remember.
They love him.
Because I mean, he did.
Got to be influencing the judges.
Okay, they flipped Goldberg back over.
Oh, they got it back over.
Because I mean, he did flip more when he tried to fix it, so he should be considered done.
Wait a minute, they're going to let him finish the run, Mike.
Are you kidding me?
They're going to let him finish the run. He's got 1 more minute. Do you want to see him finish it?
I don't agree with that. If they count that as scoring, I don't agree with that. He was over. That should have ended right there. I mean, going for an encore is one thing, but scoring, no. That should not be the case.
67 seconds left for him, and the truck looks like Mike is unhurt. I think
yeah, of course unhurt. And you hear Scott Douglas in the background, too.
He's trying to fire it back up. If he can get it fired up. Well, he's got to get himself strapped back in. It's going to take him just a second, but I'll tell you what.
Look, everyone leaving.
Has he got it? Yeah, he's got it going.
All right, here we go. Tom going back out when he shouldn't be.
The roof is just come
on. Be worth some points right there.
Here we go, right for the back of the racing lane.
Raised in the Georgia Dome.
The helmet's back on. He's strapped back in.
As he's going to go. Now line up for the hill sideways. Nice crooked hit. And going to go into that as well. As and 2 wheels going to save it. He's keeping the momentum up. This is really good. As he's going to now line for the center jump. He's going to floor into it and get some big air off of it. Big air. Almost into the van stack. Great move that was. Here we go. Into that hit right there. And then into that as well. Just flooring into everything so far like classic men's. Trying to get a dunk on, but again, you can't on this Georgia floor. Are you still going to try it? On 2 wheels. Saved it again.
Crack a little tacky to do the cyclones that he's famous for, but he's going to try it.
Try it again. Off the course, but he's not supposed to do that.
I think that's going to be it. Listen to this place.
I mean, Tom tried his best with what he did, but that was kind of underwhelming. But the most important thing is, none of this should have counted. After he flipped, that should have ended right there. The rest should have just been maybe just an encore, and that's it. But that was kind of a little bit underwhelming by Tom's standards, even with that huge send off the center jump.
He did it all once he got going.
Air, momentum. Got it back going.
And of course, a perfect birdie, so Tom won. But the reality is, he shouldn't have won. He should have been done on that flip. That was that's another week of an undeserved freestyle win for Tom.
Still be able to get big air with your hometown crowd.
Oh yeah, hammer down all the way.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that got me mad. I don't like that.
Go back and show you a few highlights of this.
That did get me mad.
Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger.
All right, here we go now. Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger coming out. Big air off the racing lane, and I hope he wins to make up for Tom getting an undeserved win. At least make him have to tie for it. Here we go for center jump, some big air, but he didn't quite clear like Tom did. My question, the tree in his tree in tires right there. I see Goldberg on 2 wheels inside right there. Looks like Goldberg's in the corner, so I think Dennis might have came out afterwards. Which makes sense since he is the defending freestyle champion. And off to a great start. Dennis clearing the center jump again. Should have gone for the van. Man, Dennis off to a great start. And here we go for the back of the race lane. Oh, big sky wheelie coming down with the wheelie on 1 wheel. What a run by Dennis so far. Oh, he slammed into the dumpsters. Thankfully, they didn't shut him down. Oh, truck looks like it's leaning a little bit. Man, what a great run this has been for Dennis so far. He's going to go for the rollers. Oh, look at the air he got off those little ass rollers. Going to go into the other one again with more big air. Into that as well. This is insane. Here he goes now for the van stack. Odd angle hit. Bad angle, and he's going to go over. I think he popped both tires on the left side as well. What a run. He should definitely tie Tom.
You think they like this here?
Oh, come on. He should have won straight up. Man, all the scripts I said earlier about number 14, Dennis was on a roll tonight. He was second qualifying, second racing. Please get the win here. Tie Tom at the very least. Please, pay judges. And we know how biased you were to Gravedigger back then. Come on, just do it.
25 feet.
Give him the tie.
Let's see the score.
Come on. Yes! Oh, thank goodness. Dennis got the win too. Undeserved win for Tom, but Dennis absolutely deserved.
It ran me out of breath for one thing.
What a run Dennis had. Even better than I remembered.
First time I cut this brand new truck loose, tore up a little bit of stuff, but hey, that's the Digger style.
Man.
All right, in our
I remember Tom, I could swear I remember Tom winning here in Freestyle, but I thought Dennis was second place, but I'm so glad Dennis won.
They were amazing.
Tom did not deserve that win on his own. That was undeserved. That's the second week in a row his undeserved win, but unlike last week, Dennis deserved his win in Freestyle tonight, unlike last week.
Everybody put on a great show.
Man. Of course, Goldberg got first, so he's going to get on the top of the points board. What a wild finish that was, though, with Dennis and Tom.
12-point separation between Goldberg and Gravedigger for the freestyle points title.
I would say right now that Goldberg, Gravedigger, locked for Vegas. We'll see them there on that pay-per-view on March the 24th. Boy, it's been a
Man, like I said, I think World Finals 2 aired like the week after this event. I might have to look that up really quickly. And honestly, let's go see. I gotta go back to 2001. I'll do this really quick because I'm really curious. Because it aired on Saturday. So let's say the first event was the Houston November 2000 was January 2001. Houston Racing Freestyle. Minneapolis Racing Freestyle. St. Louis Racing Freestyle. Houston Second Show Racing Freestyle. Atlanta Racing and Freestyle. Okay, there's 2 weeks left, so there's enough room for one more event, though. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there was an extra event. Or maybe they did the day a little bit later. I don't know. But like I said, I think this was the last event before World Finals 2. But now I need to look up the next schedule because there's one more showing in Minneapolis, there's one more show in Houston, there's Indianapolis, there's New Orleans, there's Jacksonville, and then there's Pike. I think Indianapolis is next, but I might need to look up off screen to make sure before I do the next event, because I need to make sure everything's correct and all that. But for right now, that's going to wrap up Atlanta. Good event overall, not as good as Houston, but now we're going to get to the season where most of the stuff I don't remember as well, because like I said, it was after World Finals 2, and I didn't really care about the rest of the events after World Finals 2, because that's all I was watching was World Finals 2 the rest of the year, pretty much. Alright, but anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up here. Tom got the sweep, undeserved freestyle win, but Dennis got the freestyle win to make me feel a little bit better. Alright, so see you all next time out.